And Hong Kong is an incredibly lively and vibrant place. I remember especially as a child flying into Kai Tak Airport, you would just be able to see the flickering lights of the city, or even traveling across the harbor in the Star Ferry.
I just remember going to symbolise and looking over at the Hong Kong island and seeing all the different lights of Hong Kong, especially at nighttime. It's one of my favorite things that I love to do when I'm there.
I remember as a child when going on the streetcars on Hong Kong Island, going down Queen Street, very bustling and happening. And it's just a very memorable sight for me.
When I think of Hong Kong, I think of the romance the lights give. The neon lights give such a beautiful ambiance.
What I remember about Hong Kong is my very first trip there with my mother when I was 11 years old. The street signs that appeared in the movies that we watched and the films and the dramas. But one thing that stands out is definitely how lit up the city was. It was just alive with mom and pop shops, with little dessert stores, and the lights and the sounds, and everything was just immersive.
My grandpa's restaurant had a huge sign that faces on the street. That place just gives me memories of warmth, joy. The sign symbolizes those happy times.
I love being in Hong Kong, and over the years since growing up to now, I visit many, many times, and it has this incredible atmosphere and culture that I love.
I have a lot of relatives in Hong Kong. It's a city with a lot of energy.
Hong Kong is always a special place because I was born there and I'm always with family. Only Hong Kong has this really special kind of neon light signs. Heritage and classic, and also very bright and neon.
When I walk by Lei Mo Tai, those big signage and the name just pop out, and you know where you are, and you know that's your culture.
Hong Kong is the city of lights, from decorative lights on skyscrapers, dazzling house lights, to intricate neon signs. But neon isn't just illumination. It's an art form blending science, design, and calligraphy.
覺得好靚同埋七彩繽紛，亦都好特別，因為佢哋每一個設計同每一個 design 都係好有心機做嘅。
The neon lights of Hong Kong, the iconic neon lights. I'm very happy to see Fête Chinoise keeping this tradition alive and keeping this nostalgia as a part of our collective memory of Hong Kong.
We wanted to honor the heritage and the importance and the phenomenon of Hong Kong neon light culture, all in a mooncake tin. It's important because this is our collective history.
今人不見古時月，今月曾經照古人。大家睇月亮嘅時候，有冇諗起嫦娥呢？嗱，種種嘅傳說咧就話喺月亮裏邊有嫦娥、有玉兔、有吳剛伐桂。嗱，呢啲傳說咧都係美化中秋佳節。每年佳節倍思親，中秋節咧就係俾大家一家團聚，同埋饋贈親友互訴心聲嘅時候，最好嘅禮品莫過於月餅啦。
How I celebrate Midautumn Festival every year is we actually take our lanterns in the evening and we walk around our neighborhood with our lanterns, and it's just a tradition we've been doing over the past few years. It's something that I want to impart to my kids, something that I used to do when I was growing up in Singapore.
Midautumn Festival, to me, it's always about family, about togetherness. Now that I'm living in Canada, I have an opportunity to promote our culture. This is one of the most significant traditions in our culture.
It's a time to come together, celebrate, and be thankful for the things we've been given, and look forward to times ahead.
对于中秋节的传统来说，肯定是我们大家一起全家人坐在那儿，就是吃月饼啊、赏月啊。然后可能对于北方人来说，就是我们中秋节还一定会包饺子。
We enjoy the fruits. The mooncake while looking at the moon, and the kids would be playing with lanterns and candles, just having the whole family together.
中秋節係家人一齊聚埋一齊食飯，又有月餅食，又有花燈，同埋好開心嘅。
My favorite Mid-Autumn tradition would be burning candles in those mooncake tins.
I remember a story that my mom used to tell me about mooncakes and Midautumn Festival, where a princess went up to the moon. People used to deliver it back in the old times. It brings back to warm memories of home and being together with family.
It's always been about family, renewal, and a harvest that we've been celebrating for over 3,000 years in culture. Whether it's lanterns or the mooncakes, it's really good memories.
I really love celebrating Midautumn Festival. I remember when I was a kid, all you saw was lanterns. You'd make lanterns, and you have the tradition of eating mooncakes with your relatives.
One of my fondest memories of Hong Kong was always the Midautumn Festival, when the city was lit aglow by thousands upon thousands of candles and lanterns.
Mid-Autumn Festival, when I'm young, it's always about hanging out with parents, grandparents, gathering together, having a nice dinner, and then we all go out to a park, and have these lantern lights, mooncake. Today that I'm a father of 3, so I keep the tradition going.
I want them to keep this culture and celebrate these festivals no matter what age they are, and to be proud of a Chinese Canadian at any time.
Hopefully that is a tradition that will go on in our family.
I shared a room with my grandmother for 23 years. I still remember how the drawer pulled out and she would have pictures from Hong Kong, little bobbits and trinkets, man gam yao, tiger balm, and white flower oil. And she would stash them away in these little tins, whether it's the Danish cookie tin, which was her sewing kit, or a wenwaju bang hub, which is a mooncake tin. The sound of the tin opening and closing and her sifting through things, it just gets me so emotional because it makes me remember the stories of what she shared with me about the home that she missed so much. The whole premise of Mid-Autumn and mooncake tins and why we're using it to not only raise money for charity, but to contextualize our very essence of being children of immigrants here in Canada is that important. It's these little memories, these little moments that formulate who we are, help us remember where we came from, even if we physically weren't born there, and also to root ourselves in our heritage.
Cadillac recognizes the importance in celebrating iconic moments that shape our community. We are honored and proud to carry forward this special tradition and help play a role in shaping Chinese cultures for generations to come.
Scotia Wealth Management is proud to support this cultural project. We have strong business ties to Hong Kong and across Asia, and we have a large number of clients from Greater China, reflecting our dedication to this market. More importantly, it shows our commitment to celebrating diversity and honoring the rich traditions of our communities.
Union City is the biggest master plan condo communities in Unionville, Markham, and we are so honored to be part of this amazing community event.
Greetings from Park Hyatt, Toronto. We are so delighted to once again be supporting our friends and our partners at Chinoise.
The Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office in Toronto is thrilled to support the showcase of Leon's Beauty. Join us in celebrating this fusion of art and innovation.
So Midautumn Festival is an amazing time to just slow down and reconnect with something as simple as a mooncake in a tin, and the tin being a symbol of what our family carried with us all these years. What we want is for each of you to collect them in your households, to fill them with your own stories. Let them continue to be vessels that hold your family's memories together, just like they did for me.